Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more EAFC 24. Here today on the channel we have Season 3, Episode 2 of my Manchester United career series. We've got a bunch of transfer negotiations to do on transfer deadline day, and then we've got a bunch of Premier League and Champions League fixtures to come. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alrighty, if you haven't seen the last episode, highly recommend you do. We went out and signed Eder Militao. We also signed Tonali, and we also got Neymar and Son on a free contract. Now, I thought that was my transfers done. Bringing in a centre-back, replacing Varane, bringing in a midfielder, trying to replace Casemiro. But unfortunately, the board sold Bruno Fernandes for 300 million. So now we're rushed into on deadline day to bring in some players. So I've gone out and decided to sign Florian WIRTZ, who's 22 years of age. He's 90 overall rated from Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. It's cost us a pretty penny, 150 million. So half of the money we're getting for Fernandes is going in for Florian WIRTZ. I could have decided to play Mount there, but he has actually gone down in overall. And I would have liked like Enzo Fernandez, maybe Bellingham or someone else. But unfortunately, because we are on strict transfers, we can't negotiate with Chelsea outright. So we've got a little bit of spare extra cash. Now, the weakest overall rating in my starting 11 currently is Dalot. And now that we've got this money, we can go for someone like Theo Hernandez, who I was maybe sort of thinking maybe to pick up maybe next season, the season after. So we're going to negotiate with Milan. However, we could maybe allow Casemiro to go the other way because we haven't received any solid bids for him. And that will make this deal a little bit cheaper. So we have really rebuilt this starting 11 coming into Season 3. As we are on Ultimate Difficulty, we are only using the tactical only view, so we're not allowed to play any single match. So this is a massive opportunity for us to try and win the Premier League, try and win the Champions League. So far in this career series, we've only won 2 trophies after Season 2 was a failure. The board is not looking very kindly on us. So Casemiro has gone, but we've only paid 33 million for Theo Hernandez, which is massive. Deadline day continues. Toni Kroos looks like he could be going to Milan, but there goes Bruno Fernandes, and as such, Florian WIRTZ comes in. Spurs are tempting Rashford with the deal, 120 million plus Lo Celso. We're going to straight up reject that. Coming to the last 5 hours. Any crazy deals? Ferland Mendy leaves Wolves to join Dortmund. Dalot's game time has been cut a bit, so Atletico Madrid, sensing and sniffing around, offer a deal. Coming to the last 3 hours now. Kim Min receives an offer. We're going to reject that. Has an opportunity to go back to Bayern Munich, but won't. And transfer deadline day is probably about to slam shut, but Toni Kroos goes out the door for £13 million to Aston Villa. We technically are strengthening a team. That could be a European rival. However, we signed him for free, so I'm happy to let that go. Livakovic could be going to Chelsea, but we've got a match against Arsenal coming up. We do get a late offer from Anthony, who had been transfer listed by the board, but I didn't accept any offers for him. But that's it. Here are, where is the transfer hub, which I want to get to? Right, there we go. We'll go through my signings this season because there's been so many. But Fernandes going to Chelsea is massive. I'm so disappointed that he left, but there's nothing I can do about it. I couldn't do the contract glitch, and the board went over my head. We also did sell a bunch of youngsters. We also loaned out a bunch of players as well. Some are there for multiple seasons, but the biggest deals are done by us, of course. Barella joins Barcelona. Colo joins Atletico Madrid. Saliba joins Real Madrid for Militao. Interesting. Oh, wow. Gvardiol joins Atletico Madrid. Camavinga to Napoli, a team that's won the Champions League and made a couple finals. Huali joins Inter. Concalves to Sevilla. Dybala to Marseille. Moretti joins Man City. Oh, wow. Yusuf left. Skjankov to Lazio. Same with Nicholas Jackson as well. 100 million spent there. Nicholas Schuler leaves Dortmund to join Arsenal. Tapsoba joins Betis. Oyarzabal joins Monaco. Ibanez joins Wolves. That's interesting. He's been on our shortlist. Martinez to Leipzig, leaving Madrid. Nunez to Everton. Alrighty, so after 3 Premier League games, we sit in 4th, 2 wins and a draw. Those 2 wins have actually come against Liverpool and Man City, which is massive. And now we've got Arsenal. The draw was against Burnley. But let's go. Florian Wirtz, Theo Hernandez getting their debuts. But now, will we do better this season without Bruno, or arguably worse? As Tonali comes in to find Marcus Rashford, who has been absolutely insane this season. He has scored so many goals. Looks increasingly likely to be our top goal scorer, maybe even the Premier League's, as Florian Wirtz picks up his first assist on debut. We managed to get another goal just before the 23rd, and Marcus Rashford is simply going sicko mode. Hits it just inside the box, and we're 2-0 up against Arsenal. I feel like this team has matured under my tutelage, and the board has backed me to make the right signings. As Florian Wirtz slips through Frankie de Jong, and it nearly seems like he's always been here. Florian Wirtz. He has absolutely hit the ground running since joining Manchester United, and has adapted so quickly. But I reckon this 3rd season could be our final if we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League. It's going to be ultra close. 3-0 up, still before halftime, kind of running away with it against Arsenal. But they create an attack. Thomas Partey, coming from midfield, keeps on going, finds Odegaard, who hits it first time, and makes it 3-1. Just before the half. We'll give the Gunners a little bit of hope going into the second half. Pretty good goal. Unfortunately, our defenders were caught ball watching. Arsenal, second half now, looking for their second goal, and they might just get it with Martinelli. Finds Thomas Partey inside to Jorginho. Big shot blocked. Saka picks up the ball. Martinez and Militao lose it, and somehow it's been snuck in. Really disappointing there. Great to see Courtois at least get a glove to it, but realistically should be doing a lot better than that. Defenders and goalkeepers probably both to blame in this match. And that's how it ended. 3-2. Arsenal get 2 goals back, but it simply wasn't to be. Moving on now to a match against Sheffield United. Away. In this match, we pick up a 2-0 win, thanks to Rashford and Tonali. Back in the Champions League now. Here is the group. Inter, Benfica, and Dynamo Kyiv. Interesting group stage. Man United and Inter probably the two favourites. Benfica was a previous Champions League team. But here we go. First match in the Champions League this season. Rashford goes forward, smashing it past Galasic, the former Hungarian Leipzig goalkeeper. Before the fourth. Haven't seen too much of Dusan Vlahovic this season. The goals are all coming one way from Marcus Rashford, who has now stepped up and is probably the highest rated striker in the game. I have been reading some community posts and stuff criticizing dynamic potential. I do feel like, especially if you use the tactical view on ultimate difficulty, and you get really good results, trophies, matches and stuff, dynamic difficulty can be a little bit broken. I feel like it's a lot more powerful since the last season. Rashford goes and gets another one here, and he is just unbelievable. I don't really know what to say. He is just so good. 2-0 up now, and we're making a super strong and nice claim to Season 3 in the Champions League. But we'll try top the group. And we'll try and make and go far in the knockout rounds. Rashford now on a hat-trick. Finds Dusan Vlahovic, who goes all the way back to Tonali. Florian WIRTZ, his first Champions League match for United. Finds Dusan Vlahovic. And it's like he heard me being critical of him. As Dusan Vlahovic goes up the other end. And scores. Because if he kept this up, we might need to drop him, unfortunately. Maybe we need to bring in someone like Son. But at the moment, we're kind of running away against a team like Inter. Elliott goes forward from Lautaro Martinez. He breaks Courtois' clean sheet. And Inter Milan still have a little bit of a bite about them. Still some quality players in the midfield and the forward line and defence. Bastoni can't seem to marshal it. But Martinez up front for them does seem to convert. Great assist from the former Liverpool forward Elliott, as Wally, their new striker, picks up an assist. Vlahovic, super keen to react, facing a former Serie A side, the former Fiorentina and Juventus striker, scores 2, and he knows just how to beat these Italian sides. Unfortunately, we do concede another goal here. Lautaro hits it one from about 18 metres out. It's a super tight ball game here. The more we concede, the more we give up our goal difference. Scoreline 4-2. Bruno Guimaraes brings it in. Potentially a player I'd like to sign. Left Newcastle for a big deal. But Wally goes up the other end and it's 4-3. And although we've scored a lot, we do tend to concede against Inter quite a bit. Rashford beats 1, 2, 3 to make it 5-3. He ultimately does. And keeps us just in front for that potential win. United look for the late sealer and probably gets it, with Frankie de Jong making it 6-3 just before the 68th. Now becoming 9 goals in this match. 6-3, just need a hold out here. And a really fantastic Champions League opener, if I do say so myself, as Rashi picks up another hat-trick. Back in the Premier League, match against Forest now, which we ultimately beat them 3-1 at Old Trafford. Rashford, Militao and Scott McTominay picking up the goals, 2 unlikely goal scorers. Continuing ahead, match in the Carabao Cup. First against Cardiff, we go and beat them 4-1. 2 from Vlahovic, 1 from Rashford, 1 from WIRTZ. Back in the Premier League, we now face Chelsea for the first time at the Bridge, and this will be against Bruno Fernandes, our former captain, as we sit atop of the Premier League. So a massive match here today. Chelsea, 7 minutes in, thanks to Mudryk, goes forward. Bruno Fernandes slips through Fofana, and it's a centre-back to go forward, and a brilliant assist from him. Instant impact already. Unfortunately, we go down to Chelsea 1-0, and it's not looking good. Chelsea have been a team we've struggled against a lot over previous seasons. Tonali gets a shot on target at Sanchez. And Chelsea last year won the FA Cup and the Carabao, knocking us out of both of those. 1-0 down. United looking to prove a point. Frankie de Jong to bring it in. Does. Mudryk with the header. Only as far as James. Finds Vlahovic, WIRTZ, and Chelsea somehow miraculously get the football back. Fofana, back to Fernandes, Madueke. Chelsea looking for their second, and they get it there thanks to Mudryk. 2-0. Having very limited opportunities in this match. Unfortunately, we haven't capitalised so far. Mudryk gets a goal, and then Fofana with the first. 2-0 down. Bruno Fernandes, instant impact for them, running the show. Putting Fernandes into this team, a team that we already struggled against, is just going to make it even worse. Tonali with the shot block. Son comes on. Off the bench. The former Tottenham Hotspur lad somehow sneaks this one and drills it past Fofana, but it's his first Manchester United goal here. Son Heung-min, who does look good in a Manchester United kit, back down in London, gets a great goal. 17 metres out, it's 2-1, and we've kept this fixture alive. Sanchez, not the best goalkeeper, but their defence is solid, Chelsea. Neymar goes up the other end, and unfortunately the whistle goes. We lose a narrow 2-1 victory, our biggest loss of the season so far. Back in the Champions League, we've got a match against Dynamo Kyiv now, as they sit in second. Inter sit on the bottom. Benfica with the 1 point in third. Going away to the Stadio Olimpico, we managed to start off the scoring just before the 9th. I imagine the team has been relocated. I wonder where the Yukis are playing at the moment. But Florian Wirtz starts off the scoring with his first Manchester United goal and his first Champions League goal for us, taking it with his left boot. 1-0 up. Theo Hernandez trying to win it back. Dynamo Kyiv go forward. Militao with the tackle. Not good enough. It's 1-1. We somehow win it back again. Martinez now goes forward. Florian Wirtz to Rashford. And we somehow unlock their defence. Rashford gets the breakaway and hammers it home on the stroke of half-time. It's 2-1 against Dynamo Kyiv. Really should maybe shortlist or look at the squad. There's been a lot of fantastic UK players come out from there, like Mudryk, Skankov. There was a centre-back, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Also an Everton left-back, Michaelenko, he was pretty good. We're 2-0 up though, just need to hold on. And we ultimately do. A 2-1 victory away in the Champions League. Alrighty, match against Everton now at Old Trafford, which results ultimately in a 3-1 win. Always pretty good matches. And now we've got a match against Newcastle United coming up. In the match against Newcastle United, after 8 games, we sit atop. Spurs in 2nd, Man City 3rd, Aston Villa 4th, Chelsea in 5th. So, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed Season 3, Episode 2. Transfer deadline day, bunch of matches in the Premier League. We sit atop, still fighting for the Champions League. So stay tuned for Season 3, Episode 3, coming out the exact same time tomorrow. Like and subscribe if you're still enjoying this series. Let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments, of course. My name has been Simpzy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.